show starts in 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go.
Hey everybody, and welcome back to the Crypto Night Show. Your host Superman in the house. Yeah, boy, have we got a show for you today? OMG, we got lots of breaking projects and news coming today. You guys are going to really enjoy it. So, PulseChain news and price predictions. We're going to do a bit of everything. It's going to be an alpha drop show. You do not want to miss this. Definitely share the channel around. It is going to be epic. I'm so excited about it, honestly. It is going to be so much fun. It's sunny outside here at New Zealand in the bottom of the world. And it is good times in the old crypto. So we're going to have a good talk about this. But before we do, let's get the channel and post it around. If you are watching, don't forget to repost on X, repost on Rumble, and of course repost on YouTube. Get out there and do it. Let's go. Now I'm just going to post it here on X. So X show, and you can repost that. Bam. Big welcome to Brian, our community leader. What's up? What's up, Brian? Hey. And we got Hexhog as well. Woo! Get excited, 100%. This is going to be a great show. We got some stuff that is just hot off the press, guys. It is so exciting. So we're going to have a good time with it. There he is. That's the post there. So repost that on X. Just take a moment and smash that out. Much appreciated there. And we got Brian in the house saying, sup, folks, our community leader is representing. Big shout out there. And over on Rumble too, no doubt. Let's have a look over Rumble. Yeah, there is Brian out there. Big shout out. And Wookie as well. Hit the likes on Rumble. If you're over Rumble, get into the chat. Become part of our community. We're looking to be the premium crypto channel over on Rumble. And, of course, we have started off very well. So get in there and give us a follow. Give us a repost. If you like the alpha every day, bring your friends. That's all we can say. I could almost make a rap song with that. Bring. Okay, enough of that. Let's move on. But the crowd goes wild. It's just the way it goes when you're a bit crazy, in the channel. But we're going to get into a lot of the cool stuff today. So let's get into it. We're going to bring up the old X game. If you guys know, we're doing a series at the moment, 9-video series on X game, which is coming to PulseChain, a big crash game, big casino. And we're going to be talking about another big casino. Man, it's ramping up on PulseChain. It is exciting. And, of course, we're going to be also talking about a cool new project that's launched called Musk. And it's pretty much like the phoenix out of the ashes. And, of course, the big shout out to the Cabal King out there pushing out and, helping other communities. I just love that sort of ethos. So we're going to talk about that. That's just launched about 20 hours ago. And we're going to cover that later on. So look forward to that. Big shout out to Crypto Bro out there as well with the old Dark Horse. Man, that community's epic as well. So we're going to get into a lot of that when we get the PulseChain updates. But we've got so much in store, folks. So much in store. And I'm not telling you it all. You have to hold on to your hat until we get there because we've got some cool stuff coming. We got DJ and Hex in the house there. Evening, Governor. No, how do you say it? Evening, Governor. Hey, Governor. How you going? We got Wookie in the house as well. Post it out. Let's do it. Yeah, just definitely share it. Sharing is caring, as we say. That's the X show there. And retweet it, as we say. All right, so let's get into it without further ado. We've got lots to talk about. So let's get into the show. Now, I posted out episode number 7 of 9. When facing the greatest challenges in X game space, it's time to just believe in yourself. Now, you can use this in life as well. You got to believe in yourself, right? And of course, you can play to win. Join the X game portal community now. That's what we've just set up. It's not related to the official, so it's independent. But we've taken the initiative to start a X game portal community because we think it's going to be massive and a big viral game, a viral casino as well. So it's going to be a lot of fun. Now, there's going to be epic features and benefits that you can get participation of. There's going to be AI agents as well. So that's in the mix. Hang out with other key players is going to be one big benefit. A lot of people love to talk about playing the game together. So that's a place you can do that. You get all the latest X game updates and house stats automatically. So that's really cool. Also, grab the latest X game news. So all that's going to be, passed to you by little Autobots. Autobots rule the world. And we've got going to have cool epic videos, which we've been doing already. We're going to have a whole ton of series on epic videos for X game and some of the other games. You're going to get cool game tips as well and other cool stuff. Keep the eyes out for that. And of course, you also be able to share your game experience with others and potentially talk about future mad gains. And I'm going to talk about that in a minute. but we've got sneak peek. Now, the game status, of course, SolidX rebranded about 3 days ago. That's a very bullish sign. We've got round 2 of X-Game Crash Game testnet soon. Testnet is already running at the moment. You can play that. And then X-Game's going to go live. We're also expecting the casino license to be given as well. So that's going to be very, very exciting for that. Now, go viral, as they say. It's going to be pretty exciting. So this is the latest episode number 7, Believe in Yourself. So let's play a little bit of this clip because it's pretty exciting, right? I think we can all agree. So let's get into it.
Even your brightest starfighters will be able to save you.
There's no fleet, no starfighters, no plan. It'll be a slaughter.
That's the spirit.
So you got to believe in yourself, and that's all about X game, because when you're letting that crash game, if you don't know, has X's go up. It goes up high and high and high. You've got to cash out before your number crashes. You could make 10x, 20x, but you got to cash out before it hits. It might hit it really low. It might hit by like 1.1x. So you got to get out almost straight away, or it could go up to 10x, 100x. You just never know, and you've got to get out before it crashes. So I think this episode's very, very cool. This is my favorite episode so far. Believe in yourself, because how far are you going to go? Now, I do have a little sneaker that I posted yesterday of the testnet, which is pretty exciting. And this is the first one that I've seen on X, so I don't think you'll have seen anything else out there. I've definitely had a good look. This, as far as I know, this is the first game footage that I've seen anyway out there. So pretty cool. Let's get into it. And a sneak peek here of the game on testnet if you guys haven't already had a try. But you'll be able to find that in our X game portal, which is pretty awesome. So let's play that video too. Hey everybody, welcome back to the Kryptonite Show. This is a sneak peek of the X game, Crash game coming up, launching soon. We're going to play it on testnet and enjoy. We're going to play a couple of rounds. After this, of course, join up to X game portal, pretty much the first and best X game community, and you're going to love it in there. We've got everything you can possibly ask for, including all the latest information and game updates. So definitely get on there. All right, let's play a few rounds, and we're going to play, I don't know, let's play $100. Started off nice and easy, 110, let's go. And let's see how we get on here. So we've got a countdown, 10 down to 0, let's go. But like some of these X-Space game launches. We've got some asteroids coming past us as well. Let's see where we go from here. Waiting for the block to tick over here on the testnet. You can see the house balance is sitting just over 1.1 million on the testnet there, looking pretty juicy. Here we go. Now basically got to hit the X that's going up, 1.23x. I got crashed out already. That's how quick it happened. Crashed, and better luck next time. So I lost, what did I lose? A couple $100, $110. Let's have a look at some of the history that I've got here. Couple of wins, couple of losses. That's the way it goes. Let's go up here. We can also, on the right-hand side, we can also see some of the last X multipliers. Obviously, it can go up very high. You've got to get out before it crashes. Let's do another $150, and let's bet that. Let's go for another round. See if we can do a bit better this time and actually try to win. Maybe it will go up many X's. Who knows? 12x, 10x. We shall see. Waiting for the round to start, and we got lots of obstacles in space going up there. Let's check it out. So this is going to be an absolute viral game. It's going to be the first of many games, of course. That's going to be pretty exciting. Here we go. We're up 1.1x. Let's see how high we can go. Have we got what it takes? Do we believe in ourselves? That's the question. We're up to 1.5x. Oh, we're going to crash out. Let's see. Up 1.9. Let's crash. Let's do it. That's a nice profit. I'm not going to complain about 2x. But how high will it go? Well, it went to 2.93. I got out at 1.94. So I could have got just under another X on there. But hey, not too bad with another $260 there. That's what, about a $90 profit. So pretty good on that one. Let's play one more round. And we can see that our balance is now up to almost $1,500. Let's play another $100. And let's bet on that. Let's go. Actually, we're up at 360. You have to reset if you want to go back to 0. But we're doing a pretty big bet now, $360. Let's see how high we can go. And remember, there's going to be a big referral on this game as well, and many more other games. And of course, be one of the few decentralized casinos, particularly with this crash check it out, right? Definitely check it out. So let's get into it here. And I've got the full video I posted out on X, so you can definitely check that out. Now we're going to get into, of course, the stock market. So let's kick off with that, and then we're going to get into PulseChain and all the news and all the price predictions that's coming up. So it's going to be a lot of fun. Hopefully that feed was fine. We got the Dow and S&P 500 gains on tariffs, deal hopes, and in a mega cap earnings. So everything's heading in the right direction. I've been saying this. It's all heading in the right direction there around the trade tariffs and all the strategy. I've been laying it out. It's been pretty obvious, and if you do the research. So there we go. We got the Dow Jones is up 0.25%, 114 points at 40,227. S&P 500 is up slightly, 0.06%. To 5,528. The Nasdaq is just down slightly, 0.1% to 17,366. So, all in all, a pretty good day for Monday in the United States stock market. US dollar index is at 98.75. So, US dollar has been devaluing against the trading partners. This makes it more competitive, but makes prices potentially a bit more inflationary. We've got the commodities at the moment. We got West Texas at $62. Brent oil at $64.60. So Trump has really delivered on lower oil prices already. It has been pretty awesome. He's trying to pressure the Fed for lower interest rates, right? That's kind of where he's going. That could be pretty bullish. Gold at the moment, 3,347, looking super strong. Silver at 33K. And I am expecting a runaway in silver at some stage. It's just sort of slowly pressing itself to the upside. So if you're holding gold or silver, I think you're going to be doing pretty well. So very exciting. So that's kind of the stock market news. We're going to get into crypto though, and let's go full screen mode. And don't forget to join up to X Game Portal there. What else? We've got a couple more comments here. We got check my pulse in the house there. What's shaking Xkins? Say good to see you in the house there. Check my pulse. All right. So this is the stock market. The crypto market, and we're at almost $95,000 US. Isn't that fantastic? We're at 1.5%, and the dominance is sitting at 62.17% here on Coin360. Ethereum at the moment is up 1% to $1,800. We got XRP up 2.6% to $2.30. BNB up 0.4%, $606. Solana is pretty flat at 147. ADA is up just over 0.5% at 70 cents. We got Tron up 1.7% at 25 cents there, and Litecoin is up 0.75%. $85.71. So not too bad. PulseChain there just down slightly, down at $3.51, down 0.1% there. So that's kind of where we are on the markets. Let's jump over to the overall crypto market. Is at $3.08 trillion, just down 0.8% today. But everything's starting to rise back up, isn't it? Bitcoin at the moment sitting at number 1 there, up pretty nicely. Ethereum at number 2, XRP number 4, BNB number 5, Solana number 6, Dogecoin there at number 8, ADA at number 9, and finally number 10 is Tron. Not really a big change in the leaders there. Bitcoin up 1.5% is pretty cool. What's the best performer? Well, XRP is the best performer, 2.6%. Now, I think XRP has a lot of paid promotions. If you go out and look for crypto news and stuff like that, XRP is everywhere. So they've probably got a lot of paid promoters out there, like marketing companies and stuff. At the moment, in the top 10, the best performance of the last week has been, actually Ethereum. Ethereum actually up 14%, so that's a good sign. And number 2 would be ADA at 13%. Dogecoin there up 12.6%, followed by XRP. So those are kind of where we are, and then Bitcoin in the top 10. Let's have a look at the top 100 over the last 24 hours. Looks like Virtual Protocol is up 32.6%, so the best performer in the top 100. Monero up 11%, and then Bonk at number 3 up 10.7%. Over the last week, the best performer, Virtual Protocol, up 144%. Official Trump, of course, been doing very well, up 76%, and Bonk there up 65%, followed by PulseChain up 60%, and WorldCoin or Wild Token there up 48% to wrap up our top 5 in the top 100 there. Top gainers at the moment, XPLA up 57%, Troll up 84%, and TokenFi up 61%. I'm not sure what the gainers, those top gainers, but that's where they are. Trending is Cubic, Virtuals Protocol, and PulseChain. At least those have all been garnering some attention there at the moment. So that is the overall. Looking at Bitcoin, and we're going to go into our big screen here for Bitcoin and have a look. Actually, I changed around. I forgot that. I forgot I changed my location, but there we go. Location. I think that's deserving of a little magical All right, so we've got the circle of volatility. It's an orange there, and boy, has it played out. But man, we're on the up and up. We're on the up and up. And look at this Bitcoin. We were down at pretty much 74,500. We are now up at 95,000, and that is a nice, beautiful, sweet 27% gain in Bitcoin. Wow, wow, wow. So up $20,000 inside 18 days. So, that's what a couple of weeks can do for you, turn things around. And we have avoided a death cross. That's the most important thing, right? We avoided this death cross again. Last time we did it was in September. The market makers, man, these market makers out there, we have avoided it again, and we're on getting ready for the next parabolic. And you guys know the next one is going to be fierce. It's going to be ferocious. It's going to be what they call the banana part of the cycle. And we are ranching it up here. So we got the 200-day at $85,746. The 50-day is at $87,848. So the difference between that is about $2,000 at the moment. So that separation, about $2,000. We got pretty close though. We got about $300, and now we're over. What did I say? 2,000. So we're at about 300 before we almost death crossed. But here we go. And you guys know, as I played out in the strategy, being informed is so important because you got to do some research. You got to be careful listening to other people talk. I mean, even myself, you listen to me talk, but you got to do your own research, right? And I did a thing on the top 5 principles in crypto, but it's true for a lot of things, right? Is that you need to put your critical thinking cap on. You might hear one person say something, another person say something. They could both be wrong, and one might be right, but they could both be wrong. So you just got to put your critical cap on, and that's particularly the case with mainstream media, right? We all know it's basically left-wing nonsense, right? They just propagandizing and radical ideas, and then try to make it normal, right? So we know that, and so you just keep your cap on. The same's true for business and crypto news, right? You got to keep your critical thinking cap on at all times, and it's always good to go to source material, and that's what we do, right? That's what we do. And so here we are. We've got 3 main strategies of Trump is what I call the 3-legged strategy. The first one to deal with the federal budget, and of course how he's doing that through the tax bill, through the Doge, right, cutting costs out, and also through economic growth. So this is kind of the 3 little sub strategies to deal with the federal budget. The second big strategy is regulation and deregulation, right? Particularly focusing in on Main Street and, of course, on Wall Street, but dealing with the small to medium banks, which have missed out on the boom. And of course, because they've missed out, the middle part of America has missed out as well. So he's been going to focus on a lot of that, and that's going to be dealing with leverage ratios and many other aspects there to make business cheaper and to get more out of the money supply, things like that. And then the third leg, of course, you've all been familiar with, is the World Trade Reorganization, and Trump is winning that, and we see China starting to capitulate unofficially, and of course still trying to hold up bravely, but they're actually in a lot of trouble. They're China, right, for a number of reasons. We've talked about that. The GDP is in trouble. They've been showing signs of deflation, and also there's political troubles between the military and President Xi, the civil leadership there. So there's a lot of issues going on there in China as well. So they really do need to get on board with the United States, and of course, the United States has squeezed them because about 115 countries or so have already come to the United States wanting a deal, and therefore that's going to play out. And we know he gave a 90-day extension, and therefore we're expecting some good trade news over this period, particularly from the top 15 economies, and probably starting off with Japan and maybe South Korea, countries like that. We're going to get a lot of good news. It's going to feed this market forwards for us. And of course, at all those 3 strategies, the 3-legged strategy there, has to be done by pretty much the 4th of July, right? You have to lay the foundations there for the golden age of America. And what does that mean for crypto? The golden age of crypto, right? So it's all going together. We're in probably the best 4 years coming up. We had to go through this circle of volatility, or as President Trump likes to call it, the patient is in operation and is now recovering. That's kind of his analogy, and I thought it was quite a good one. So it's game on from here, folks, and then you can see green candles coming. Green candles are coming. All right, so that is kind of our crypto overview. We're going to get into PulseChain, Pulse gains, and we've got obviously the results here, and then we're going to get into some of the news as well. a big shout out to everybody, of course. I've just got some issue over here. Let me just deal with that. Yeah, great. Now, if you're new to the channel, don't forget to subscribe on YouTube, follow on Rumble, and follow on X, and definitely share the channels around. That's the best thing you guys can do. Of course, we're here every single day, 8 p.m. Eastern. So yeah, it's crazy. I might be in New Zealand, but I talk American all the time now. And of course, every time I say something wrong, like Dodge, or I say Dodge, and then they say, no, it's Dogecoin. And then I start to put a little English accent on. I don't know. It's crazy. But it's just the way it goes. You know, we're open to learning. We're open to learning. Anyway, day 717 since PulseChain launched on the 13th of May, 2023. And we got Pulse at quadruple 0314, down 1% today. We got PulseX pretty much flat today at quadruple 0251. Incentive token there is actually up 1.5%, up at $1.30. And Hex there is down 2.5% at 6100 a penny. So here's the weird stuff, right? The weird stuff is Richard Hart best the ECC, and we had one little green day of double digits, and then we've had pretty flat to nothing bigger since then, which is pretty interesting, and that's potentially not surprising, right? It's because sometimes you get the good news and then nothing really happens, and the people go, what? Now, obviously, we've got a lot of meme coins and other stuff launching. And, there's a lot of devs out there doing their thing on PulseChain, but it's been pretty interesting that the Richard Hart tokens haven't done much. But I suggest to you that once it starts happening, it's going to happen very fast, right? And so it's just delayed gratification here. But truly, all the grounds have been set, right? SEC has been defeated. The Trump crypto digital strategies in place. Everybody's getting on board. PulseChain's inflation has been lowered for incentive token and Hex. The liquidity's been thinned out, and we're getting ready to rally up, right? We've got pump tires out there. It's going to be pretty game on, and we've got tons of devs doing lots of great things between meme coins, GameFi, DeFi. It's all coming up, and of course, a lot of utility and on-ramping is coming as well, particularly this week. So it's going to be a lot of fun for PulseChain. We've got Craig Pitt in the house there. Hey, morning all. Good to see you, Craig. Big shout out. And we got the VD in the house there, Doubt token. Big shout out to Doubt community out there. And Rec Pleb in the house there. Hello. Good to see you, Rec Pleb. I like the 5555 there. Very, very cool. In fact, that's deserving of a magical twinkle out there. We got Crypto Joe in the house and Dark Horse. Shout out. And Musk token as well. Another day in Scaradise. Scaradise, is it? Lol. All right, so let's get into it. In fact, let's move back to the other chart there because, I was hiding myself behind some comments. So let's go to the gas prices just to wrap things up. 1.2 million beats. That's really low. So PulseX swaps only 1 cent at the moment. Awesome. Valid, that's the lowest we've had for ages. Valid is 49,800. So that's been going up. We've added probably like 600 validators over the last week. That's been pretty good. And the bridge at the moment, let's have a look at that. It's sitting at 84.7 million. So I think we're down about 2 million from yesterday. Obviously, with a little bit of a taper off in some of the assets. We're sitting down at 21.5 million DAI. So it's down just a little bit from yesterday, if I remember rightly. EHEX there, I didn't see the price, but it's probably down slightly. And what's ETH and Bitcoin? I think we're both up, weren't they? So, yeah, sort of a mixed results there. Coast there at 9.6. We haven't had any jump in there, but that's increased about 600K over the last couple of weeks as well. So that's been a pretty good move. But you guys know we're pretty excited for is a new stable coins coming. We've obviously got 4 liquidity forks. We've got 1 fiat-backed Coast, but we're waiting for PUSD ALGO, the flagship protocol of Jacob, the world's best peer-to-peer dev, in my opinion. Now, we're going to be talking about some big news from Jacob today. That's right. It's coming today. We're going to be talking about that. So you guys are going to be hearing about it. If you haven't, it's hot off the press, to be honest. And I haven't really heard anyone talking about it. So that's coming up. Crypto Bro says, love the human sound effects, says Crypto Bro. Thanks for that. What's good, everybody? We've got USA in the house. Shout out to Superman, best stream on PulseChain. I appreciate that. Big shout out. Hey, lots of good streamers, but I am out here every day, just believing. I was here during the bear market. Remember, I was here day bear market because I enjoy it. I love it. So if you're wondering why I like doing it, it's because I love it. It's great. I love crypto, love PulseChain, and Richard Hart. Big fan of Richard Hart. I live in pragmatism, of course. Pragmatism, whatever that means. Let's move on and let's jump into the rest of the markets here. Now, I wanted to go to the overall market, so let me pull it up first before I get into Musk token, which is just launched. We're going to talk about that, and then we're going to talk about the big Jacob project that's just been announced. So you guys don't want to miss that. That is huge. So let's get into it. So overall, at the moment, $20 million in trading volume on PulseChain. So on the low end, we were about 19 million yesterday, I think it was. So we're just about $1 million higher than yesterday. We've got 329,000 transactions, which I think is about 70,000 lower than yesterday. I think we had quite a high amount yesterday, actually, 400,000. And let's have a look at the best performer over the last 24 hours. Now, we've got Musk at the top. That's the one we're going to be talking about because I want to highlight that. But we're going to come back to that. That's 658% that's up at the moment. It's been out for 21 hours. We're going to come back to that. Beast, of course, one of the big printer tokens, had a big sell-off, but has pumped back up. And that is up 82% over the last 24 hours. This is one of the big printer tokens from OG WebChef. Let's quickly dive into that and have a look. So that is where we are at the moment on the good old Beast token. Certainly one of the most popular tokens. What do you earn from that? Well, you earn Remember and Missor. Now, I don't think it's paying gas money at the moment, but you do earn Remember and Missor. And, of course, they pay you tokens as well. So, you're picking up those. Now, key to these protocols, of course, is the volume. And at the moment, we had yesterday we had a lower volume. Like we were doing about $1 million a day on Beast. Then it dropped down to 285K. So that's quite a depart. And then we've sort of jumped up yesterday to 634K. So that was almost a doubling there, or just over a doubling. And we had a nice big green candle here. And, of course, we hit the RSI. The RSI is your friend, right? That's why I say, at the minimum, particularly if you're new to crypto, have an RSI because it's going to tell you when something's oversold or overbought. Because the worst thing you can do is buy the tops all the time, right? People buy the tops all the time. And particularly if you're new in crypto. So the RSI is kind of your friend like that. So that's like tip of the day. I think that's tip of the day. And I definitely think that's worth it. And maybe a clap. I don't know. And maybe a horn. I think so. Because that's such a valuable tip, right? It's such a valuable tip. Anyway, let's pat myself on the back. Oh, I can't even reach my back. All right, so that's pathetic. We got Musk in the house. The Musk gang is here. A big shout out to USA. We are truly going to be talking about that in a minute. So that is just launched there. And a big shout out to Cabal King there, helping the community. Now, you guys know we really like helping communities. That's what we do. We've set up a new promotional team that's out and about helping a lot of small to medium project teams get up and running, get out. And, if you can't get out to the people, the people don't know about it. And we've seen some pretty nice things happening from the Cabal King out there with the Musk community. And it is a phoenix rising from the ashes. So we're going to talk about that. And it's got some pretty juicy tokenomics. So hold on for the hat for that. That is coming up. But yeah, we got $2.98. Nice little power back. How high is it going to go? Is it going to get back to like $4 or $5? I mean, that's kind of the next sort of range, maybe $3. And then maybe $4 to $4.50 to $5.50. We'll keep a lookout for Beast as well and watch those volumes. Missor, of course, you get Missor for holding Beast. That is up 42%. And Dominance, which was the big talk of the town 2 days ago or so, had a big sell-off and now is back up again 38%. So the printed tokens are back in style. I think it was yesterday the pump tires were dominating, remember? And then the day before that was the printed tokens. So, man, these categories are just, playing alternative tic-tac-toe or something. I don't know. But, yeah, it's back up to $1.13 at the moment on the old Dominance. And in this one, of course, you earn wrap Bitcoin, right? So P-wrap Bitcoin on PulseChain. Very bullish. And, of course, there's other tokenomics like a 1.5% buyback. So pretty popular there. Now, we've got this new Frank Free Gold token, right? This other ecosystem. Is it another Troper? Is it related to Teddy Bear takeover? You guys let me know. But we've got Frank there is up 30% there. Let's see how this is ticking away as well. This has been around for 9 days, almost 10 days. And this is the chart looking pretty damn amazing. The old Frank token there. Who is that? Someone that knows Moon King? Is it someone that knows Moon King? Let me know. What else we got going there? We've also got, we got a Sun Mini Meal, which is fantastic because I'm going to talk about that. So Sun Mini Meal, you guys know it. I've been on the frontier of this, man, the frontier of this. There's another person on X who's been covering Sun Mini Meal, so I want to give a shout out to him. I just can't remember his name off the top of my head, but he's been doing a great job. But in terms of YouTube influencers or Rumble, X influencers, definitely been the one front running this one because it's a big deal, right? And this is pretty cool. So this is a Soil token here. I'm not sure what this one is exactly because this one's 5 hours. So this could be a pump tires version, but it is pumping at the moment. But it's not the OG version. It's not the real one that's going to get burned and stuff. unless this is the new one. This could be the new one, but the LP is at 328. So maybe it is the new version. As you guys know, Sun Mini Meal was going to be creating a new token. It looks like this is the new one. Wow, only 5 hours old. Man, I've really on the frontier of that. Let's just double check the token contract. 53C. What does Sunny Mini Meal say? 53C. So that's the new one. It's not okay. So that's the real one. We're excited. This 4 hours ago, we're excited to announce that everything went exactly as planned. The new soil token has been successfully launched. Here's the contract address, which we've got that. So that's pretty cool. I'm going to post that in the link in the chat there too, if you guys want to see it. Remember, these guys are launching the big onboarding to PulseChain. This is a big deal. I've been saying this for some time. This is the new contract there. So let's paste that. Bam, there it is. Soil looking pretty good. There's the contract there. You can see that under the Kryptonite show. Now, that's exciting. So, woohoo. What's the price at 3.3 cents? Now, I just can't remember what the other price was, to be honest. It was about that, wasn't it? About that. But that is looking pretty good. For investor there, so pretty awesome. Now, we also know tomorrow for soil, it's going to be awesome. So this now trade the new soil token on Patias, which is awesome. Tomorrow, Banksa will launch. And this is the big deal, right? This is a massive deal. Marketing a revolution on PulseChain by enabling fast, easy, and affordable onboarding. More details will be shared after launch. Now, this is launching tomorrow with Banksa. It's going to be 5-minute onboarding to PulseChain, guys. This is massive. So potentially tons of new people, tons of new capital coming to PulseChain, and super easy within 5 minutes. It's pretty awesome. Now, it's not going to suit the DeFi crowds as much, but it will definitely suit the TradeFi, CFi crowd a lot. Onboarding to PulseChain and welcome to DeFi. That's kind of the play there. But this is very exciting. Just what we needed, just at the right time. And of course, you can find the Sun white paper there. And of course, that is what happened. We just had a fork of soil that has just happened 5 hours ago. The liquidity was withdrawn, the snapshot was taken, deployment of the new token, providing liquidity, and the airdrop to the existing holders of the old token. So that's all done. And we're going to be talking about another token like that, Musk token, which has kind of had its own, not a fork, but a new token to replace it. So from another developer. So very, very exciting. Look at that. Woohoo! You got to read the white paper. Get in there and read that. This is a big deal there. So let's leave a little comment in here. Huge congrats. And covering on a live stream now. Yeah, so that's pretty not conclude. I got to spell properly too, though. Right? It's important. Huge congrats and on that, and let's put some fire. You guys know my favorite thing is fire emoji. I don't know, I just love fire emojis, but hey, that's the way we go. So we're going to post that. Bam! That is huge news. This is mega news for PulseChain. I cannot say that enough. So well done. This is going to benefit all of us on PulseChain. So huge. So yeah, pretty exciting. FreeFS is the video feed just cut out for a second. Oh, that's a shame. Hopefully it's going all right now. We got the Musk gang here is in the house. We're going to talk about that very soon. And Brennan's in the house here as well. Morning, folks, here for the alpha. And if you haven't been into our Discord, and Telegram links are in the video description. Join up today. And Brennan is our TA guru. He's very good at technical analysis. And big shout out to him in the chat there as well. We got Captain Buck in the house there. Don't sleep on Sparta. Continues to gain on Hex. I think this will continue for months to come. That's from Captain Buck there. Very cool. Let's jump over into some of the other stuff here. So that's a big deal from Sun Minimus. We've got lots of big news today, Brett. I'm telling you, this is huge. So fantastic. Now let's just quickly check to see if Sunny Minimus got anything else out there at the moment. No, those are all the updates today. They obviously gave a reminder about people holding Soul token that was going to be forked, and that has gone successfully. Very cool. Very exciting for that. Now, let's jump over into some of the highlights. Before we get into that, I just want to get through some of the rest of them. We've got Finvestor is rising. So all the print tokens are on the moon today, up 18%. Their gas money up 15%. Remember, up 15%. So they're really, yesterday we had pump tires dominating. Today, its printers are back again. And that's kind of some of the leaders there at the moment in this community. So kind of cool. We even got a little bit of a move on with the little old Teddy takeover. We've got more of these Thaler Mooney tokens. This is related to this, this Frank token. So all those ones are on the move still and related to Teddy. They've got big, thick liquidity with Teddy. And they're on the move. And we've got a little bit of a move here from PDC. A little bit of move from Sparta, up 2%. So, a couple of those other kind of leaderboards, leader ones moving up. But at the moment, Musk is at the top. So let's jump into Musk and have a look at that. Here it is. So this just launched 21 hours and 14 minutes ago. This just launched. Now this was an old community that had one of the developer rug the community, which is horrible, right? But what happened is that Cabal King has come along and said, hey, I feel for you guys, and we're going to relaunch this whole project with a new token, new founder, and here we are. You guys will get an airdrop. So this has been airdropped to all those holders. But this is the sort of cool thing that we love to see on PulseChain, is that, protocols rise from the ashes, and he's added on all his cool tokenomics to it. So we're going to go through that as well. So let me just kick on through that. And we've got a lot of details down the bottom here. So we're going to go into all the details on the old Musk token here. It's only been around for a couple of hours, so you guys have got good opportunity to get onto it. It's got a pretty nice looking chart. So I had a nice little rally out of the gate there, went up to quadruple 097, almost lost a 0 at 0001, and has come all the way back to quadruple 048, and now is back up at quadruple 6,500 on the old Musk token as MSK. Now I'm going to post the link to this in the chat if you guys want to check it out. You are nice and early on this one. And let's see where this goes. So kind of cool. Now, Cabal King, of course, creator of tokens like Dark and Chef and tokens like that. It's got a whole ecosystem of tokens. So he's a pretty well recognized founder and developer in the PulseChain community. And that is the link there to Musk token. So check that out as well. Now we're going to get into some of the details here. So Musk, you can earn incentive token. So if you hold Musk, you earn incentive token and incognito. Obviously, incognito is a pretty well-known protocol on, a token on PulseChain, and of course you earn ink with that too, right? So it's been very popular. Tokens that earned ink or earned a wrap PDI or earn wrap Bitcoin. These are pretty popular sort of tokens, and of course this fits in that family. Now you earn that just by holding the mask token, so MASK, and of course the ticker is MSK. So you earn that, and of course Musk contributes to the deflation of incognito. So Cabal King's launched this as a benefit to that community, and now it is part of his family of incognito, right? So it's basically been poured into the family. I really love this sort of story. It's pretty cool. People getting benefit from there, while driving its own native deflation with its buy and burn mechanics and treasury, which is pretty awesome. Now you're going to get a 1.5% ink yield, 1.5% incognito yield. So you're getting quite a few good tokens there. And of course, that means you're tied into the Richard Heart tokens. You're tied into Cabal King's token ecosystem. There's a 1.5% incognito burn. There's a 1.5% treasury tax as well. That buybacks and does buybacks and LP expansion, which is really cool. I like that kind of management of tokens. And there's also a 1% native Musk burn as well, or MSK mask burn. So it's pretty bullish. This is a community-driven protocol, and participants should have no expectations of profit of the work of others there. So that's from the Musk team. And of course, if you go up to the website, it's going to lead you to the parent, which is basically incognito. And the cool thing about the site is, first of all, it looks really cool. So that's kind of neat. Incognito welcome to the real world. System failure. And of course, you can paste your address in here, and it will show you how many ink tokens you're earning with your incognito, which is pretty awesome. And at the moment, Musk here is earning a lot. I mean, the volume is $55,000 already in 5 hours, over 14K liquidity. So that's a pretty good start. And the market cap is super low, 64K. So there's a lot of potential upside. So even though tokens were airdropped to the Musk community, there's a lot of potential upside for this community as well. Now, pretty exciting. So there's also a Telegram group. You can go join that. And a big shout out to Related Tokens, of course, Crypto Bro out there with Dark Horse. And you guys know Dark Horse is one of my favorite memes out there on PulseChain. So this has got a good amount of people around it that are really well known and pushing forward. So kind of cool. Now, that is Incognito, and there's lots of other cool stuff on this website, of course, and the tokenomics of Incognito, the buy and burn fees from Incognito there as well. And of course, they've got this cool ROI calculator as well for Incognito. You can type in the token amount and the volume, and it calculates the ROI. So I did one earlier about 50K volume with a $2,800 investment that was like $10 a day, which is almost 0.4%. So it's a pretty exciting stuff there for the Incognito, which is kind of cool. So this is part of a family of tokens, and Cabal King there, well known ecosystem protocol developer there, and now they've welcomed the mask. I think I'm saying Musk, but the mask community into the folds, which is pretty exciting. So that is that there at the moment. Now we're going to jump over into the incognito chart. That's kind of the incognito chart at the moment. And also the X account as well. You can see they've got 3,000 followers on Incognito, so a pretty big community by PulseChain standards as well. They also related into the Phoenix token there too, and you can see the Phoenix chart at the moment. So you can check all the charts out, do your due diligence, and potentially get involved. So that is kind of cool. So a big shout out to the community there. Now I want to get into the next big piece of news, and then we're going to get into some price predictions as well. So I hope you guys enjoy that. I think we've got about 280 people watching at the moment. So a big shout out to everybody. Don't forget to smash the subscribe button on YouTube, hit the follow button on X and PulseChain, on Rumble, and definitely share the channels around. It really does help a lot. And at the moment, what have we covered? Just to highlight things, we've covered X Game. That is coming to PulseChain. That's huge from Firewhale, one of our biggest whales on PulseChain. You're thinking of Rack and Rochelle, you're thinking of Firewhale. These are sort of the large players on PulseChain. Big supporters of PulseChain. They've all got really good ethics and really long-term views on PulseChain, so it's great to have them. And of course, they're doing a lot of great stuff right now as well. And we've also got Randy Olasky out there. Big influence in the PulseChain space. Been in crypto for a long time. Has helped a lot of project teams get off the ground. And he's also related to that as well. Him and Firewhale are pretty much good friends. So pretty exciting. To where X Game's going to go. It's going to be massive. Now, the other thing, of course, we've talked about the onboarding with Sun Mini Meal, a huge European food corporate with the holy grail of health food, of course, expanding globally and taking PulseChain on the road with them. And of course, as they grow, we're going to get all that growth as well. New capital. It's going to be massive there for the Soul token, which we covered that. That's massive. And tomorrow, BankX official is going to be opening up a 5-minute onboarding to PulseChain. This is huge for us. This is fantastic. We have also talked about awesome communities like the Cabal King there and the Mask getting a team that got undone by a bad developer, now being saved and resurrected like the Phoenix by Cabal King into and really making the community whole. I love this sort of thing about PulseChain that we've got teams out there, and that doesn't always happen in crypto. You guys know that, right? It can be a rough place sometimes, can be fantastic too. But when you've got some real ethical, people trying to help other communities, it is fantastic. So and lots of cool dividends in there, lots of cool earning ink and incognito. That's pretty cool to earn that too. So we've got a lot of cool stuff, but we got more. We got more coming, and we're going to be getting into Jacob. Of course, I argue is probably the world's best peer-to-peer dev, and we've got some breaking news on that. So I cannot wait to tell you about that. That is going to be so cool. So let's get into that as well. Now, just before we move on, I just wanted to quickly check some stuff here. I'm getting stuff hot off the press, so I'm just going to make sure I don't miss anything here. Let's see. I think I've done that as well. Yeah, the last thing I'm going to say about Mask token, MSK, is that 100% of the tokens, 100,000, has been locked and burnt liquidity pools. So there's no admin keys as well. So very cool security around LP and the contract itself. So that's kind of the last thing I want to add to that. But let's get into the update here for Jacob. And you guys know Jacob is building out the #1 GameFi on PulseChain at the moment, which is Mafia Game. So that's on staged release. And of course, everyone's waiting for the kill stage, the final stage to get open, where you can actually kill other players. It's a bit nasty game. Kill. we got that announced. But let's get back to more PG stuff here. And we've got some big news. So I'm just trying to find my write-up about this. So let me just cue that up here. I think I found it here. I think it's that one. No, it's not. Let me type it in because it's. I've got so many. I'm in so many groups, like many of you, that it can get a bit crazy sometimes. Here, let me scroll back up here. Yeah, here we go. I got it. We're good. All right, so let's get back into it and let's get into the big news here. Bam. Let's go. All right. Woohoo. This is hot off the press, folks. On-chain bet, man. This is massive. So we've talked about X Games. So we're going to have potentially two very big communities and crypto casinos. Like these are world leading. These are not just these are world-leading decentralized casinos, and this is from Jacob, who I'd argue is the world's best peer-to-peer dev. And this is exciting. So if you guys know, if you've been involved with PulsePot, you've been involved with BNB Pot, maybe any of the precursors like TORH, any of those sort of tokens in ecosystems, well now, and of course, and Mafia, then now we've got on-chain bet, a massive. This is kind of the holy grail. This is kind of integrating them all into one, and it's one big giant here. And there's a lot of differences. So let's go through that with the side. So kind of cool. We've got, I'm just going to read this through because this is the update from Jacob, the founder. This is the next chapter of our journey begins. This is from Jacob. Announcement of on-chain bet. Woohoo! Provide liquidity and own the casino. This is the opportunity. So all you have to do is provide liquidity and you can own the casino. And of course, it's onchain.bet. And this is massive, guys. This is massive. So you definitely got to check this out. I'm going to post the link in the chat here as well. Let me just find my studio. It's disappeared. Where's my studio gone, guys? Where's my studio gone? All right, it's hidden. I just hidden it myself. But this is massive. This is massive. So we're going to post that. And this is hot off the press from Jacob. Crypto casino, decentralized, right? And this is a very different model than we've seen before. This is world-leading model. So pretty cool. Just finally, there we've got free SS, says Musk Incognito, absolutely. No admin keys, trustless yield on RH Cord tickers, absolutely. Another project before the other ones are finished, says Brennan, big shout out. And we got Crypto Night Show in the house there. It says Crypto Casino in the house there on onchain.bet, so check that out as well. That is the website we're going to go through right now, and we've got some of the latest news on that. So what's in the concept? The main changes are, so it's on-chain bet. You're going to have OC tokens. There's a token. There's an OC bridge. There's a bridge. There's a liquidity, right? So you can provide liquidity. There are OC rewards. There are OC affiliates. So if you love affiliates, this is for you. And this is what I really like about some of the new projects coming out is they've got this affiliate program. So why is that cool? Because it incentivizes people to get out and do stuff on PulseChain, right? So we got like OGs, we got degens. We need something in between, something that gets out there. And I think this is really cool. So we're getting X Games coming out with referrals. We're getting now this onchain.bet site now is coming out, affiliates. So this is really exciting. If you want to make, it's another way for you out there to make money in crypto. And of course, you can now do affiliates, which I think is a really cool thing. Now, the other thing, of course, it's also got a ramp on it, OC ramp. So these are some of the key things that are in this casino. This is massive, guys, really, really big. So what's the main changes? One brand, one platform. So he's integrating all his sites into one. 6 blockchains plus. So there's going to be six blockchains plus are supported. So we're probably talking about Sonic and other chains. Pretty exciting. It's going to have one token supply, and that's going to be a fixed supply, which is awesome. New networks will be added, more demand, right? So the more networks that are added, the more demand, and that's exciting. New game model with shared liquidity pools behind the game, so that's pretty cool. And of course, new incentive models through affiliate links and daily rewards as well. So this is huge. If you want to make money in crypto, this is going to be a great opportunity to do it here. You can basically join the new Telegram. So there's a new Telegram for that. I'm going to post the link to that and the new X account. So I'm going to post both of those right now, so you guys can get access to that. This is on fire, absolutely free. Yes, this is a big deal. And so I'm going to post both the links there. Actually, I might do them one at a time just so you guys don't have any confusion there. That is the new Telegram group there for on-chain bet. And let me post that. That's the first one there. That's the Telegram. And this one here is the X account, the new X account. Definitely want to follow that. So I'm going to post that in the link as well. So that is kind of cool. Now I'm going to post that myself. So let me add that on there. Kind of cool. All right. So let me delete that and we're going to pull that up. So this is the new X account for on-chain. Kind of cool. I'm going to hit the follow there. Only 6 followers. So you're brand new. I said it was hot off the press, guys. So you guys have got this straight away. And of course, this is one of the biggest developers on PulseChain. And you guys are here right at the cold at the beginning. And so watch it warm up. It's going to be pretty cool. So very excited about that. Now I'm going to do a post about this afterwards. So I'm going to leave that there for the time being. But that is get on early on both the Telegram as well. Now, let me just jump in here. Let me just get back into the comments here as well. So I'm just going to join up. First of all, I'm joining up to the Telegram myself. I'm going to be number 20. I'm going to be number 20 here. Number 20 here, boy. We got Freeze in the house already. Freeze in there. Free, you bet me. Free, bet me. You bet me in there. Nice work. Nice work. Easy money, as we say. Nice work, easy money. So that's kind of cool. And let's get back into the comments here. Now, I've got to find the link that I had. Now I've lost it again. Typical me. I got so many groups, like I say. It's crazy. Let me see. I'm almost there. I should have not. Because I joined from that group. I lost my reference. Now there's the OC token. So this is what you kind of want to hear about, right? Is the OC token, and all I'm going to say is the following: if you have PulsePot, so the ticker for PulsePot is PLSP. If you have BNB pot on BNB chain, that's BNBP. And of course, if you have Predict token, right? Predict token is the site that people could do sports betting, and they could do betting on prices, like price moves on the PulseChain charts. Well, that site went down, right? Pulse Predict went down, and so I knew something was up when I saw that. And of course, people have been earning Predict tokens, so that actually never launched. It actually never ever launched. Whereas PulsePot and BNB pot had both been trading, right? They've both been trading, and those casinos had been up separately, right? So now if you have PulsePot, if you have BNB pot, and if you have Predict token, if you have any of those three, you will be eligible for the new OC token, which is awesome, right? And you'll be able to enter your claim into the on-chain Bennett there, and you can see where it is here. So we've got a button here called claim. So let me just see how big that is on the screen so you guys can see. I'm going to make that a little bit bigger because we've got a lot of space there. And let's see, can you guys see that? Nice there. Let me have a look. That's a lot better. So all you have to do, there's the contract of the new token. Get on this early, guys. You guys are hot off the press, guys. This is massive. Get on this early. That's all I can say. Oh, it's about as much as I can say, really. And you can check the token claim and get on into that, right? So kind of cool. Get involved into the Telegram and stuff like that. So that's what you're going to do. You'll be able to search your wallet. You just post your wallet in here, and you'll be able to search which wallet is yours. You can see the number one holder at the moment has got 173,000 tokens. Number two's got 54, and so on. So where will you be on the list? Looks like there's 400 pages of lists here. Let's go right to the end. Well, you got people with 0.01 token on the end there. So that just gives you an idea there. 3,990 people. Total claim is 1.2 million OC. So there's not a big supply. I love the fact there's small supplies. I do actually like that in tokenomics. So kind of cool. Yeah, ES in the house there. You bet me in there. You bet me into the chat. That's pretty funny, man. Pretty funny. Hey, look, we've got about 325 people watching at the moment. So welcome to everybody. Don't forget to smash the follow button on X and on Rumble. Don't forget also to hit the subscribe button on YouTube, because people just don't know that people forget, and they come and they forget to do it. And of course, don't forget to share the channels around. If you love daily crypto content, you love daily PulseChain content, we're on the frontier of it all, which is pretty awesome. So get into it. And we've been streaming from the beginning, man. OG streamer in the house. I've had channels taken down by YouTube, and I get back up and just keep streaming again, right? That's just how we go. We're going to keep going. I've been through the bear market. I was just going every day through the bear market, documenting all the PulseChain projects as PulseChain launched, waiting for PulseChain to launch. I mean, we've been through it all. It's just the way it goes. This is what we do. It's like if it rains, I'm still streaming. If it rains, if there's a storm, still streaming. If it's flooding outside, I'm still streaming. Oh my God. If the firemen are coming in here telling me to rescue myself, I'm saying, I got to stream. Okay, jokes aside. All right. Very much. Well, let's get into it. All right, so this is hot off the press. We're still going through the launch details. So this is not a sacrifice. So fantastic. Obviously, Jacob's ecosystems have been in the sacrifice processes with many of them. PUSD ALGO is still open, so if you want to get 90% bonus, get into that. That's going to be the big flagship project, which is the big algorithmic stablecoin. If you love Terra Luna, but you want it done right through algorithmic decentralized stability bot miners, that is the protocol for you. Get on that today. So it's going to be a pretty awesome project, and probably the best pegged dollar on PulseChain, which is going to be in itself of high value. So it's going to be pretty awesome. This is not a sacrifice. No new capital will be in. So there's no new capital, folks. The only way to get OC supply is through the converter. So you'll be able to convert there. We will merge all of the previous platforms into onchain.bet. That all the other casinos are being merged in there with a whole new format, of course. This means the following: PulsePot, BNB pot, and Pulse Predict token platforms will all soon reach end of life. So they're all going to be closed down. We will also advise people to unstake their tokens in the respective platforms. So if you've got tokens staked in PulsePot and BNB Pot, you're going to need to unstake those. We also advise people to make a decision to either convert their active holdings into OC token or sell it. So they're still trading. You can still trade them. You're going to have to sell them. And of course, if you do buy them, you can then convert them. And of course, I think we've seen PulsePot go up like 260% in the last couple of days or something like that. You can check the markets yourself. That's on PLSP and BNBP. You can check those out. So we advise people to make a decision to either convert their active holdings into OC token or sell it. We will, at some point in the near future, remove the liquidity provided by the team and support the new OC token. So that's coming up in the future. So you've got to get into Telegram. You've got to get X to get the latest updates about that. The new OC token will have a fixed supply initially minted on Ethereum. Very, very different, right? So the new OC token will have a fixed supply initially minted on Ethereum. It will be built on Chainlink cross-chain token standard, meaning that you can bridge the same token to whatever network you want. So if you want to bridge it over to PulseChain, which I'm sure tons of people will, because a big part of the community is already on PulseChain, all new network adoptions increase demand on the same token. So this is just like we talked about Titanix with an omni-chain strategy, where you have one token on one chain and then you spread that chain out using layer 0 onto other chains, like what Jack Sharp's doing. This is the same idea. So well done to Jacob for that. So it is an omni-chain strategy as opposed to just a multi-chain strategy where you duplicate that token on every single chain. That sort of method is really dying, I think. People are moving to this omni-chain strategy, a very smart move. Now, also claiming OC will be active until the 1st of September. So you'll be able to buy and trade, I guess, PulsePot and BNB Pot active until the 1st of December. So claiming OC will be active from today until the 1st of September. So how long is that? Let's say May, June, July, August, September. You got 5 months. So that's your opportunity to get in on this winner chicken dinner, as we say. Now, there's full documentation as well. If you have any questions, please don't hesitate. So you can find the documentation on the website. It's got the documentation there, so I don't need to provide you that link. And that's kind of some of the cool stuff. Now, if you do get into PulsePot and if you get into on-chain bet, you'll be able to ask any questions. People are in there asking questions now. So, I encourage you to get involved there. Kind of cool. So you can get involved there. Very, very, very cool on that one. All right, so that is the big news there. And let's have a look what else we got here. So, you can buy some of those other tokens, I guess, and you can convert them into the token. You've got the convert address here. Only send accepted tokens, and you can find the information there. So if you are going to convert, you've got to send them to this address. So you could probably buy PulsePot and then send it to here, and you'll get credited for the OC token. And you can find the information on this link here. We'll have a quick look at it. That is it there. So main claim stage will run from the 28th of April to the 1st of September. Send accepted tokens to the OC converter address, and you can follow the supply allocation directly there. The conversion rates: 1 PulsePot equals 100 OC tokens. 1 BNB pot equals 33 OC tokens. But it's pretty interesting because obviously price moves around. We've got 1 predict tokens equals 0.0005 OC tokens. So, there's a lot of predict tokens out there. And PulsePot there is currently monetized. So these two are monetized. This one was not monetized, so it's probably reasonable there. Accepted tokens are obviously PulsePot, BNB Pot, and Predict token. And of course, this has no contract because it was never issued, right? So it was a pre-mint, and that is the tokenomics there. All tokens will be airdropped upon a full launch to claim participants. So that's the 1st of looks like the launch there, 1st of September is my guess. Only the 2 accepted tokens will allocate your supply. Sending anything else will result in loss of funds. So don't send anything else other than PulsePot, BNB Pot, or obviously your Predict tokens there, presumably. Now, they are preloaded into the claim phase, so you don't have to worry about that. If you got Predict tokens that you had credited, they're already going to be preloaded into the claim phase. So you probably just have to post your address in here and search your wallet, and you probably have them already done for you, right? So that's the case there. I haven't checked myself, so I'm just that does make sense. Only the 2 accepted tokens will allocate you supply. Sending anything else will result in loss. Sending tokens after the claim and late claim stages end will not result in the supply allocation. The OC token will get issued on Ethereum mainnet. Users can bridge it to any other supported chain of their choice. So we could see quite a few other applications there like that because it's going to be operating on multi-chains, right? So kind of cool. Initial liquidity pools will get set up on Ethereum, and so we'll have liquidity pools set up, at least on 6 other chains, right, which includes PulseChain, which is cool. Late claim will run from the 2nd of September through to the 1st of June 2026. Claims during the late claim will be penalized 75% of their conversion rate. So basically, you got to get in before the 1st of September there, 2025. So that's kind of cool. It's also got CCIP bridge. So there's a cross-chain bridge here, interoperability protocol. So it's got that in the house. So you got all the details here. It's got liquidity manager. So if you want it, you really should deep dive on this. If you want to, know it upside down. Game testing, that is coming up there. Affiliate launch, that will be coming up as well. That's going to be very popular. And of course, you could earn tons of cool crypto before Christmas, basically, couldn't you? And then we got the full protocol launch as well. And we'll keep abreast about when that will be there. We've obviously got all the different features on-chain bet with all the token there. So what's the allocation? We've got a claim allocation of 45%. So that's how much it's going to give into people that are using PulseBot, BNB Pot, or Predict token. That's 45%. Market making will be 5%. Exchange listing 10%. NFT holders 10%. So keep a lookout for that. I'm not sure if that's to do with the old TRH NFTs. We've got partnership and Coles at 5%. And Team Wallet 25%. So that is the allocation of the token. OC is the ticker, awaiting deployment on Ethereum, and that's going to be pretty cool. ERC20 token, total supply determined by the claim phase. So obviously, not all tokens will be claimed, no doubt. Kind of cool. So that is why the token. So I'm not going to go through all that, but that is coming to the chain there. I'll probably do a more full video on this at another time, but there is liquidity as well. People will be able to do liquidity management. You can see some of the little sneak previews there. They've got roulette and craze game. People can provide liquidity and run those. Pretty awesome. Very democratized, right? Very democratized. And bridge, people are able to bridge stuff over. They've got sneak peeks of the bridge, the Ethereum to base with the OC token. They got the affiliate program. Looking forward to that. Woo-hoo-hoo. Affiliate players, look at that. And top player this week, how you can claim your tokens and withdraw. This is going to be really popular, man. It's going to be really popular there. We've got the ramp as well. And that is there as well. And the rewards are coming up as well. So that's there. Now, it's going to have so many games. Look at these games, guys. OMG. So we're going to have two major casinos on PulseChain. We're going to have X Game, which looks great. We're going to have on BetChain, which is amazing. Congratulations, everybody. We are so lucky to have two outstanding teams bringing this stuff here. And they've both got their very big differences. So they're going to be very different. But, man, this is exciting. And, we're very lucky to have, people of this quality coming to PulseChain. That's why I said, man, things are turning, It isn't ironic that sort of once the SEC victory's been in play, we got all these huge on-rampings from Banker X officials starting tomorrow. We got these two huge decentralized crypto casinos offering something at the frontier of crypto. Man, it is so, so cool. Now, if any of you have been on the old school centralized casinos like Betfury and others, you kind of know this is very exciting where we're heading here. Brendan says, can you buy PulseBot and Predict token? Now, well, you can buy PulseBot, but Predict wasn't trading. So you can buy PulseBot and into that. But, of course, there's quite a long time to September. So, the price of PulseBot could fluctuate despite you might get some really huge demand at the beginning. So you do have to be, maybe a DCA into that could be possible. Maybe, who knows how high it will go, but there's likely to be lulls in the market. Maybe you can pick those off as we go. Cross-chain is smart, says Brennan. Absolutely smart there as well. I agree with you on that, Brennan. All right, so let's get into it. This is kind of where we are. So let's have a look at some of the games. We've got video slots. Woohoo! Now, everyone loves video. You guys know video slots is like the holy grail of decentralized casinos. So we're waiting for this. Custom developed blockchain video slots. This is the holy grail. I cannot wait for this. And if they're really, I play some on Betfury, so I'm quite familiar with crypto casinos. In fact, I'm one of the top referrers on Betfury. And so I've been there for a long time. Now, if you guys know, do you guys, what's his name? Let me just sort of think. Do you know Trayvon? So Trayvon there is claim to fame. Now, he used to be big on Betfury. He used to be massive, because he's obviously a pretty large influencer. And he was back there on Betfury in the early days. So you can watch a whole ton of his stuff back in the day. It was pretty cool. We got price calls here. That's going to be in house. So that's like Pulse Predict had price calls. It's going to be like that. We're going to have roulette. Of course, you can see kind of the roulette style on Mafia. That'd probably be upgraded for this, no doubt. And we got the sports and events that was also on Pulse Predict. So that's all been integrated, right? So video slots is new. That is kind of the holy grail. We've got roulettes. And of course, these are all from, Pulse Predict. Coin flip, that's coming up. That's going to be pretty cool. So jackpot, dice, and of course those, I think they're all coming up there. I think there's all new. Mines, new. Chain race, I think that's new, although I'm not sure if that's on Pulse Predict. They have a horse race one. I'm not sure if that might be that chase one there. We got Crash, of course. Now we got X Game we're talking about, right? So we talked about X Game today. That's from Firewell. They're going to have their own Crash version here on chain bet. We got a Tower one as well. Plinko. If you guys played Plinko, that's a bit of fun. Fortune Wheel, High-Low, and a Double. So all those games are coming. And of course, their supported chains: Ethereum, BNB, Base Chain, Sonic Chain, Uni Chain, and they're testing Monad, and of course, a PulseChain, #waiting. Yeah, boy, PulseChain. All right, so that is a bit of an overview there, and very excited about where we're heading with all this. This is all hot off the press, guys. So we're getting the latest here. Hey, we've got about 375 people watching at the moment across multiple channels. So big shout out to everybody. Do appreciate the support. Hope you guys are loving the content as well. And just as a bit of a recap there, we've been covering some pretty awesome stuff. Now, we've got here, moving on from on-chain, we've got here the old Titan X from Jake Sharp, I should say. And we're getting a bit of movement, guys, off the bottom. And, hey, look, check it out. We got, 8,300 on the ratio to ETH now. We got, obviously, Dragon X has been already moving. We're already up at 12.27 on the ratio. So Titan X starting to move off the bottom. You can do with that what you will. But all the buy and burns are turned off, right? So imagine turning them on the bottom in there. So there's a little bit of, tip of the day there. Already got some movements here. 21% on Inferno. Phoenix up 22%. Morpheus up 20%. Baby Dragon X 13%. Matrix up 26%. Element 17%. Viper 12%. They're starting to move off the bottom. Flare up 32%. Do with that what you will. That is the last tip of the day. Man, we've been just dropping so much alpha today. It's crazy, boy. I don't know. I'm going crazy myself. I need to rug pull myself off the show. That's all I know not to do. Once you start being absolutely stupid, you got to go. That's all I'm saying. Brennan says, create an affiliate link now, super, and drop in the chat. Yeah, boy. I don't even know if they have it. Do they have it now? I don't even know if they have it now. Let's have a look. Let's see. Have we got on-chain bet? I don't even know if they have one right now. Let's have a look on chain bet. I don't know. We've got the I've got the long. I don't even think they have it right now. But hey, look, it's going to be pretty exciting. And I didn't even think I went through everything. Did I? Did I go through everything? I don't even think I did. Let me just check the actual link because I'm on a different site now altogether. I don't know whether I'm on an OG site or what. I don't know what site I'm on, but I'm on the wrong one. So let me just find the link here again to on-chain bets. Let me find it. That's the one here. I don't know. The site looks different if I went back to it. Maybe it's a different site. I don't know. No, it's the same. Token claim there. What else we got? How do I claim OC tokens? We've got the bridge. I didn't even show this stuff. I got to show this stuff, I think. And yeah, I don't even know if these games are up and running at the moment, but let's share that. Let's share that anyway. Just before I go, let's share that. All right, so we got down the bottom here. So I didn't actually scroll all the way down. We got the documents and the token claim. We got all the links here to different things. We got the affiliate, which takes you to this site. It's got all the FAQ or on-chain bet, how to claim tokens, etc. On-chain bet there. We've developed innovative affiliate programs, so that's coming up. We've got the bridge, right? So there's a bridging. It's all on the front web page. We've got the liquidity management, and it's got the tokens there as well. You can add a new position. At the moment, they seem to have roulette and crash game up and running, although they got these, I think, just a previews of what's happening. Yeah, because nothing's clickable. They're going to have OC token locks as well. So roulette and crash game, and then a new position there as well. So you can open that up. So, and a view history. So it's going to be pretty cool. So lots of cool stuff coming at the moment. That is very exciting. Looking forward to that. So I don't think you can do referrals at the moment, but good idea, Brennan. We've got Marcus in the house there. Remember, no crying at casinos, says Marcus. That is true. We've got Inferno in the house there. Big shout out. Woo, on fire. And talking about Titan X, I just talked about that. So, and of course, Crypto Utah, they're part of the Inferno team, and their price is pumping off the bottom from the looks of it. Very exciting there. Congratulations to Crypto Utah in the house. We're still supposed to be having a stream, Crypto Utah, and looking forward to some of the team from Titan X on Ethereum also pumping there as well. So as you guys know, I'm a PulseChain maxi, but of course we love Titan X and we love other opportunities in crypto. We're open-minded, so that's the way that's how you make money in crypto, right? You got to be open-minded. If you're closed-minded, you miss out on a lot of good opportunities, right? Let's remember that. Brendan says Titan X community starting to climb. Yeah, boy, with the rockets, and Anita in house as well. Good morning, all. Shall watch replay, Anita. Appreciate that. And that's the cool thing about recording on the internet. So we're at about 385 people. I said 185. 385 people watching at the moment. So big shout out. Hope you guys are enjoying the content. And that was some of the latest news. But we've actually still got 5 minutes left. So I actually want to look at the price charts, because the title video was price predictions as well. And that was a key thing that I wanted to do. So let's do that. I'm going to jump back to PulseChain because I want to actually pick off the Richard Hart tickers and pull that up. So let me just do that. It's been busy, as you can tell. There's so much happening on PulseChain. You got to keep up with it, right? You got to keep up with it. So let me just jump over to PulseChain. I'm going to go to my ticker list here. We're going to go to the Heart tokens, and we're going to pull those up. So let's pull up the old PulseChain and pull up PulseX. We're going to do a very fast sort of price analysis here, and let's go into it. Goo God says new liquidity pools added to King today. That's from Goo God. Big shout out to Goo God team there, and the old King token there performing really well. So we're going to probably talk more about that in the future. Stay tuned for that. Big shout out to Goo God there from the King team. All right. Now, if you haven't joined our Discord, our Telegram, join up below. We've got obviously links to the Kryptonite show and Telegram, and then you can join up to X Game from there. I've also got Discord as a private Discord. We've got our top tier is the Strategy Club, so you can join up to that. It's only $35 a month, so it's a fantastic value. And then we've got community memberships at $12.50, so join up to that today as well. Our Discord community is fantastic. We've got such great people in there. It is a place to be for sure. But if you want to get some access to some of our alpha lists, join up to the Telegram group there also. And we're covering a lot of stuff in there. So let me get back to it. We got 4 minutes to go, so we're going to speed through the price predictions, and I'll probably spend a bit more time on this in a future video on price predictions. But let's have a look at the PulseChain price, and let's go. We're gonna have to go to weekly though, right? So let's have a look at the weekly and see where we are on this one. We're going to go full mode on here as well. Now you see these little dots here. This is called a SAR, S-A-R, and it sort of shows you the parabolics, right? Parabolics. And at the moment we got a little baby one here. We've got a little printers forming here at the moment. This is the weekly chart. I'm going to take off one of these, one of those circles. I do love the circles, but I'm going to take that off. And here we've got a lot of upside, right? So what are we doing? We're basically rolling down, right? Been rolling down, and down we go. Now, the thing about this is that, see this one here, this arrow here is the SEC, right? So we had our PulseChain launch, and we were sitting around about 0001 on Pulse, right? And then we ended up selling off. We had a nice big rally. We got lots of magical carpet ride pumps, particularly back here in January, and up we went. We got back as high as 0002000, right? That's kind of where we got to, and we're trying to get back to back up here to the all-time highs, which was in the second week, which was 2883 there. So 28883, and of course, as you guys know, the mean sacrifice price is sitting here, right where we were at when the SEC hit us with the old court case there, which was completely ridiculous, but that's what they did. And we ended up having these waves down. You can see the waves down on the SAR, and down we came. But we've come off the bottom, and as you guys know, we won the SEC victory, and we've been climbing since, right? We've been climbing since then, and it's been pretty good. And I think we're going to almost get the reversal. We're very close. What we need to do is get past where we are right now. So we need to get past 3200 and start printing some new highs. And so some of those new highs are going to be pretty important. We really need to get over 55, but really ultimately we probably need to get over 6500 on the next move and start printing some high highs here, and then get up to the sort of this range between 7800 and 9000, and we're game on, right? Game on. But I think we've started the journey. The journey has started. We've had thinning out of inflation, thinning out of liquidity pools. We're getting a complete turn on momentum. We've bet the SEC, and I think it's pretty much game on, right? So it's game on here. So accumulate while you can. Things are really going to be looking good here. The RSI, we've bounced off the 31, and we're now at 42. Remember that for those that are not familiar with RSI, 30 is kind of the oversold territory, and of course, overbought territory is 70 here. And another alternative you could use is the MACD. It is the basic RSI 14. And we've got lots of room to move on here. I'm feeling pretty good about where we are heading here at the moment. So a little bit of a breather, and then another move to the upside is feeling very, very good. And as you guys know, this Trump strategy is playing out really, really well. You never get 100%, but I would say it's probably 90% or more. Trump's winning, and this is going to pay off dividends for every single aspect of society you can think of. It's going to be really, really good. Safety, prosperity, crypto boom, stock market boom, commodity boom. It's going to be pretty exciting as well. And when I say commodity, maybe keeping oil prices down, and then hopefully interest rates down, and it's just game on from there. So it's a pretty exciting future for us, and we're waiting for that banana part of the wider crypto market and altcoin season. So yeah, it's game on. Yeah, really, you've got to think about accumulating right where we are now. It is the place to be. Now that's Pulse. PulseX at the moment, just quickly, just got to keep track of time. We're at the 1:15, but we're rocking it up here. So Pulse at the moment, or PulseX, we're at quadruple 0 to 2500. This is a bit more choppier, but you guys know if we look at the ratio to Pulse, there's a solid uptrend there, right? Solid uptrend that we've been following, and this is very important. So if you are looking at these charts, always look at your token, no matter what it is on PulseChain, relative to Pulse, right? Just like on Ethereum, you look at it relative to ETH. You're always trying to outbeat the main coin. And in this case, it's performing like a boss, PulseX. In fact, it has hit 1-to-1 back here, which has been pretty cool. And we've got a little sickle, put a little sickle up here. So it has, up here, it has hit 1-to-1. So that's sort of the middle of the circle there, which is pretty cool. And it's going to do it again, no doubt, because we've got the big buy and burn on, a lot of the volumes that go through, all the new protocols that launch. It's all just adding more buy and burn. We've had pump tires, we've had all these other protocols, we've got tons more protocols, we've got more devs coming. It really is just going for gold. And eventually, when Ethereum gets back up to 3,700, we've got the magic carpet ride kicks into play, right? And so it's game on. It's game on. So pretty cool. Now we're not just relying on that. Obviously, we've got all these protocols and all these on ramps and everything else coming. We've got Signum Oracle coming up, Tetra coming up. We've got the BankX tomorrow. We've got on-chain bet in September. I mean, everything is moving forward. We've got X game coming up within the weeks. It's a lot of fun on the old PulseChain. All right, so that's ramping up there. Let's jump over into Hex as well. And Hex at the moment, I'm very bullish about Hex, particularly both Hexes, Hex on Pulse and Hex on ETH. They've got different narratives, and eHex has actually got a lot more narratives now. So it's kind of cool. And at the moment, you're still being able to pick up Hex very cheaply at 6,200. So this is looking pretty good. I want to go to the weekly on this one. Obviously, Hex here on PulseChain. And we really are coming off the bottom here right now. And I just feel like the only way for Hex is up here at the moment. And we've got a very choppy Hex chart. But you're probably looking, at 1.4 cents is kind of for me the next sort of zone, maybe 1.25 to 1.4 cents. And at the moment, the ratio to Pulse, as we always look at the ratios, you can see it's been pretty choppy. We're right on the bottom end now, but we had a lot of resistance in this zone, and we're currently at 197. So I think we're not far away from having another push to the upside, finding the bottom here. I think the low side maybe 170. But the upside, I think, we're up and away. We could probably hit 300 here in the ratio to Pulse quite easily and game on, right? eHex, of course, on Ethereum has got even more benefits. We've had the inflation cut on both PHEX and eHex by the Hex Gold Whale, not Hex Gold, sorry, the Sacrifice wallets, OA wallets, with a lot of Hex mining, both short-term and long-term. And so that's actually lowered the rate from 7.6 hex per T-share down to 1.6 hex per T-share. So it's lowered the inflation. And of course, there's actually not that much hex around, actually, if you think about it, for people to hold 1 million hex. So actually, that's a huge catalyst. We've also got the fact that BankX is now selling about 10 million a month or something a week. I think it's a month, actually, selling about 10 million a month. And I think they're down to about 180 million approximately left for BankX on eHex. So that's pretty bullish. We also have Dipcatcher, one of our best devs in the hex space, launching this new Flex Hex on Ethereum. And of course, that's offering a second layer protocol. I think it's very exciting. You can still get into that early at the moment for about $50 per parcel. I think in a week's time, it's going up to $100, and it just climbs up to $200 eventually. Now, the people can support that. I'm a very big supporter of Dipcatcher. I think he's done a lot of great work, including all the Maximus projects along with Gold Key. So I think it's opportunity there. And then that's also going to give a huge use case to eHex, and of course also allow whales on the Ethereum to get into that don't want to come to PulseChain potentially. So it opens up a new market category of investors, and that's bullish too. So I think there's more bullishness coming. And of course, then you got Magic Carp Ride. If PulseChain pumps, eHex going to be dragged up with it just from that catalyst. And if it's got extra catalysts like Flex Hex, and other things like that, it's bullish for eHex. So very, very cool. the market will decide, as Richard Hart would say, the market will decide. Now, incentive token, of course, we've got to be hyper bullish about this. The inflation cut 20x. We only got 5% of the inflation we used to have. And at the moment, we bounce very strongly off $1 pretty much. And we're at $1.30 now. Recently, we got to $1.73. You got to be very bullish about this. And, next target, $3 incentive token, really. That seems to be the next mark on this one. So very, very bullish. We'll see how quickly that can re-rate on the old incentive token there. And of course, we've got the Master Chef contract with the little old quote there that once, incentive tokens well distributed enough that the DAO might be handed over and it could be game on. We got Richard Hart talking about forking a wallet. So who knows what could be used for that, how that will be set up. But that's also very bullish news too. And a big shout out to KG out there with the Internet Money Wallet. If you haven't checked out a dedicated native wallet to PulseChain, that's definitely I would say the premium choice at the moment. Now there's also other alternatives, forks of Rabby Wallet via a Pulse Wallet, but I think the KG's Internet Money Wallet is really crushing it out there, and he's doing a great job. So pretty awesome. Hey, we're up to about 420 people watching at the moment, so I really do appreciate the support. We're going to wrap it up now, though. An hour and 20. I've covered so many topics. Let's just summarize some of them. I've covered all the crypto markets at the moment, including PulseChain. We've looked at the top 10, the top 100 in crypto. We've looked at the top movers on PulseChain in the last 24 hours. And of course, we've also covered the launch of Musk token. And we've also covered the Sun Mini Meal. We've got the fork of the Soul token. That's a big deal. And we've also going to have Banksa official with the big giant on-ramp coming to PulseChain tomorrow. That is mega news, honestly. We've also covered the hot off the press from Jacob, arguably the world's best peer-to-peer dev, with his finally, we've got it, the consolidated, big, wide, massive, decentralized crypto casino where you get to fund it and reap the rewards. It's going to have a referral program. And of course, it's adding a lot more value to PulsePot, BNB Pot, and of course, Predict token. That's massive. And it's a fun time. We've got so much good stuff coming. I can't wait for Tetra. That's very, very close, as well as Signum. It really looks like they've solved the issue there, and that could be upon us as well. So I'm looking forward to covering that and many, many other projects moving forward. I hope you guys have enjoyed the content today. We'll want to play out Richard's video that I've been playing the last couple of days. This is my last day I'm going to play it. This is day number 5. We like 5-5-5-5s. So I'm going to play this on the way out. Peace out, everybody. Take care and enjoy yourself and have a great day.
Bitches? Richard here, a.k.a. Most Wanted, a.k.a. Most Loved, a.k.a. Sack Daddy. If you happen to not live on planet Earth, you may have not heard the latest. I fucking beat the SEC case. I want to say thank you to my supporters for never doubting me. Adding to that, I want to send a clear message to anyone who did doubt me. You will not be spared.
Well, I think Richard said it best there. Congratulations. We won and we're on the way up. Get the cheap stuff while you can. It's going to be a lot of fun ride, and I'll catch you on the next show. Peace out. Don't forget to subscribe and follow. Share the channels around, and I'll catch you on tomorrow's show. Bye for now.